All right, you got your offer accepted. What will the escrow process look like? So once the offer is accepted, there will typically be a earnest money deposit, also called the EMD, required to be in the first couple days of opening escrow. Typically, this is 1 to 3% of our offer price. After the earnest money deposit is in escrow, we will have our inspection contingency. We will hire a third party inspector to go check the property and go through it thoroughly. And once it's completed, they send us a report. Now, once we receive the report, we may have the ability to negotiate any repairs, or maybe we can get the seller to give us a credit of 3,000 to fix a number of items that we may have seen reflected on the report. Once the inspection is complete, we would now move on to the next, what we call as contingency. Think of them as deadlines. We would move to the next deadline, and that would be appraisal. There's not a whole lot to do on your side as the buyer, but the lender will order an appraisal, and the bank will go out to make sure that our offer price is in line with what the bank thinks that the property is worth. Once the appraisal is completed, the final deadline or contingency would be the loan contingency. And this is where we're about 15 to 17 days into the escrow process. We touch base again with the lender to make sure everything is good on the financing side. You're comfortable with the payment, your employment has been verified, all your documents have checked out. And from that point, what we do is called remove contingencies. So in the beginning of escrow to this point, you are able to cancel if you're not satisfied with anything, and that EMD, that earnest money deposit, is fully refundable. So say we are 17 days into escrow and everything checks out, what we need to do is called remove the contingencies. And at this point, you've said, okay, I'm happy with everything and I'm ready to go. It might be a 30-day escrow, so between 17 days and 30 days, you are now all in, and your deposit is in jeopardy if you decided to cancel from that point. We would be going over this daily to make sure you're comfortable and aware and you're expecting what's next and everything, because this process can move fast. It can be a little bit stressful for some, it could be emotional. So we want to make sure we have a clear picture, protect your earnest money deposit, and make sure everything is okay. And once it is, we are pretty close to getting you to the closing table.